S. Chand presents educational video lectures as per the AICTE curriculum. Difficult concepts made easy. Study anywhere, anytime.
Now the wave function, how it is physically significant to us. The wave function is a function which is associated with the matter waves. So myself Narinder Kaur, now I will explain you about the physical significance of wave function and how it explains the matter waves. This topic in detail, kindly refer this book by S. Chand Publishing. All the topics are given in quite details in the given book. Now the e-book link has been given in the description box. So next is our topic is the physical significance of wave function. We know that the wave function is basically represented as psi, which is equals to psi naught. If we writing in the exponential term, that can be written as kx minus omega t, or in the sinusoidal form, that can be written as sin kx minus omega t. So what is psi naught here? That is the amplitude of matter waves, and kx minus omega t. So this is known as phase of the matter waves. So what are the matter waves? The waves which are associated with the moving particle. Now how physically we can calculate this wave function which is associated with the matter waves? Now firstly I will explain you for the EM waves. Now in case of EM waves, we know that their wave function that is explained as A sin omega t minus kx, or you can write as A minus omega t. What is omega here? That is known as angular frequency, that is known as 2 pi nu. So this is the angular frequency over here. A, that is the amplitude of waves. That means this Y contains the whole information about the light waves. So that means Y contains whole information about light waves, or you can say that EM waves or electromagnetic waves. It contains whole information over here. But in case of matter waves which are associated with the moving particles, means matter waves, that is psi equals to psi naught into e raised per iota kx minus omega t. It does not have any physical significance, means it is not this wave function is not able to explain the matter waves independently, or you can say that completely, means this wave function is not able to explain matter waves completely. So why this is so? Because we know that for the matter waves lambda equals to h by m into v. It depends upon the mass and velocity also. So that means this wave function is not able to explain the matter waves. So that means psi itself does not have any physical significance. That means psi itself does not have any physical significance. we are not able to explain the matter waves properly by taking only a psi, that is a wave function which is associated with the matter waves. Then how we can explain the matter waves? So the matter waves that can be explained by psi square. So that can be explained by psi square, which is equals to psi into psi star. What is psi star here? We know that here the psi, that is equals to psi naught e raised power iota kx minus omega t. What does it iota means? Iota showing that psi, that is a complex quantity. Psi is a complex quantity here. So that means, so that's why we are not able to explain the matter waves only by the psi, which is a wave function. So because that is a complex quantity over here. So psi star, that can be written as complex conjugate of this psi. So psi star, that can be written as psi naught into e raised power minus iota kx, means for the psi star, for the complex conjugate, the iota that can be turned in the minus iota. So this is a complex conjugate. In order to turn any quantity into its complex conjugate, turns the iota to minus iota. Now psi into psi star, that will become multiply these two. So multiply 1 and 2. So here 1 cross 2 will implies now we know that here e raised power iota into e raised power minus iota. That means that can be written as e raised power iota into e raised power iota, that is equals to 1. So that is equals to 1. So that's why here e raised power iota kx minus omega t, that is a plus, and e raised power minus kx iota minus iota into kx minus omega t, means this will turns to be 1 here. So psi into psi star, so that will be equals to psi naught square. So that is the square of the amplitude. What is psi naught? Psi naught is the amplitude of matter waves. That is the amplitude of matter waves. Now psi naught is the amplitude and that is a real quantity over here. So that means psi into psi star, that is a real quantity. So this is not complex over here. It will show the probability of finding the matter waves within the given space. That means psi into psi star. So this is important over here. That means psi into psi star shows the physical significance. So that is equals to psi naught square. It gives the of finding the matter waves in the given space. In the given space. That means this gives us the, or it can be written as probability current density. So that can be written as probability current density, and which is equals to real. This is a real quantity over here. So that means we are able to find out the matter waves which are associated with the particle in the given space. Now what is a given space over here? We know that our region is infinite. That means if this is from minus infinity to plus infinity, we know that when the particle is moving along the x-axis, if this is the origin, so it can vary from minus infinity to plus infinity. Means whatever is the position of the particle from minus infinity to plus infinity, then this is the psi into psi star into dx, that must be equals to 1. Means in this space, whatever will be the position of particle, it will be present from minus infinity to plus infinity. Means it shows the presence of particle in the given space. Now when the particle is moving in the 3 dimension, means if there is a 3D box, we know that, and when some particle is trapped in this box, we know that the particle must be present in the box. So probability of finding the particle in this box is non-zero, that is equals to 1. So that is the maximum value of the probability of finding the particle in the given box. Means whatever will be the position of this particle must be present over here. So in the similar way, when the particle is moving in the space, means when the particle is moving in the space, then we will write it as so this is a variation for the x-axis, this is a variation for the y-axis, and that will be the variation for the z-axis. So that can be written as psi into psi star dx dy into dz, that must be equals to 1. Means within the given space, particle must be present. If the particle is there, then wave must be associated with the particle. That means this psi into psi star, this shows the physical significance of wave function instead of individual wave function. So which gives us कि we are able to find out the particle and also the waves associated with the particles. Means if this is a given space, and that is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So whatever will be the position of particle, that means if the position of particle is not fixed, it is varied, but it exists in the given space, where x is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity, y is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity, and again z is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity. Means within this space, within this region, particle must be there. Now if the particle is there, automatically the wave function will be associated with the particle and the waves are associated with the particle. That waves are known as matter waves. Now again, what is the important condition for this particle to be for this wave function to be associated with the matter waves? Now we know that the psi, that is written as psi naught into sine kx minus omega t, or that is equals to psi naught in the exponential form kx minus omega t. So this is the wave function over here. Now this wave function, it must be normalized. So this wave function is must be normalized. Now what is the meaning of normalized over here? Meaning of normalized means its amplitude, which is psi naught. So this is a constant which is associated with the wave, that can be written as psi is equals to a. In the normal wave we are writing like this. What is a here? That is the amplitude of the wave. Means we are able to find out the amplitude of the matter waves within the given space. So within the given space, a can be calculated, a can be find out. So where this a is called, that means the function must be normalized. So we can find out the a over here. So that can be written as minus infinity to infinity. So that will be equals to psi into psi star dx, that must be equals to 1. Now when the particle is moving along the x-axis only, consider the simplest case, a square from minus infinity to infinity Now means we are substituting the how there comes an a square. Now firstly I will explain you. Here the psi is a sine omega t minus kx or kx minus omega t, both are same, and psi star is again, because there is no iota form, that means here the psi is real, again psi star, that must be real. Now psi into psi star, that can be written as a square into sine square omega t minus kx. Now substitute this value over here, then we will get here sine square, that must be equals to 1. So a square into so by solving this integration value, that means it must be some, this value must be some real, or you can say that non-zero value. So by calculating this value or the wave function which is associated with the matter waves, we are able to calculate A. That means A can be calculated. What is A here? That is the amplitude of the matter waves. This is called amplitude of matter waves. So that means the matter waves are properly defined by the wave function psi, but psi itself don't have any physical significance. So now we will take a short break. So now before going to the break, I explained you the physical significance of the wave function. Now after the break, I will explain you the Bohr interpretation of the wave function, how physically it can be explained about the wave function.
Now quality learning is easily available at your doorstep. S. Chand Academy brings detailed lectures based on AICTE curriculum as per the New Education Policy 2020. So do not forget to subscribe to the S. Chand Academy and access the wide world of knowledge conveniently sitting at your home. Stay connected and keep watching S. Chand Academy. Happy learning!
Welcome back to S. Chand Academy. Before going to break, I explained you about the physical significance of wave function. Now I will explain the Bohr interpretation of the wave function, how the wave function that can be calculated for the matter waves. So let us start the Bohr interpretation of the wave function. Again we know that psi, so that is a wave function associated with the matter waves. So this is a wave function which is associated with moving particles or the moving bodies, and psi that can be written as psi naught into sine kx minus omega t, means the psi naught is the amplitude and this shows the phase of the wave over here. Here the psi itself do not have any physical significance, that we studied earlier. In the same way, Bohr also explained how the physical significance of waves that can be interpreted. So according to him, the wave function that can be explained like this: a plus iota b, means a wave function that is a combination of two quantities. One is a real and second one is a complex over here. So here a, that is called the real part of the wave function, and this iota b, that is, it represents the complex part of the wave function. Bohm gives its own theory in order to explain the physical significance of wave function. Means the wave function, according to him, the wave function is a combination of two parts, a plus iota b. What is a here? That is a real part, and what is b here? This is the complex part over here. Now we know that the psi star, that can be written as a minus iota b. Again, this is a complex conjugate of this function. So in the complex conjugate, this iota will be turns to minus iota. So that means psi into psi star, that will become a minus iota b. Now a psi into psi star, so that will be written as psi into psi star now solve this equation. So we will get minus iota square into b square. Now this will cancel out. So we will get a square minus iota square into b square. Now iota square, that is equals to what? We know that iota square equals to minus 1. So that will become a square plus b square. So that means complex conjugate into wave function, that is again equals to real quantity. A square plus b square means if psi, that is a complex, here psi itself, that is a plus iota b, it is a complex quantity, and with complexes we are not able to define any physical quantities. Means what is a physical quantity over here? That is the waves which are associated with the moving bodies or the moving particles. So that means we are not able to explain the waves which are associated with moving bodies with this complex quantity. Now the psi into psi star, what is here? This, its value is a square plus b square. So this is a real part over here, real quantity, this is a real only. Here a square plus b square is real only here. So that means we are able to explain the matter waves associated with the particle with this psi into psi star. Again psi into psi star will gives us the probability, current, density. So this will give us the probability, current, density to find out the particle within the given space. Here the space of the particle is real, because we know that the particle must be available within the given space. Along x-axis we know that the x-axis varying from minus infinity to plus infinity. If we are taking along the only one axis, then this psi into psi star into dx, that gives us the real value, that is the a square plus b square, and which is always equals to 1. So that is always equals to 1 over here. So that means this gives us the real value. If now this is a real, automatically we can find out the particle within the given space. As within the given space particles are present, automatically matter waves are also present. So that means within the given space, so main conclusion is that if within the given space, if in the given space particle or the material bodies are present, so this implies psi into psi star, that must be equals to 1. So what does it mean? The matter waves associated with the particles are also present. So that means within the given space, if the particles are present, then they are in the moving condition. Then when the particles are moving, matter waves are associated with the particle, then automatically this value which is equals to 1, that means matter waves are also present within the given space. So within the moving part, so this is the mathematically proof for that कि when the particles are in the moving condition, the matter waves are associated with the particle and they are present within the given space or the space associated with the particle. So this is a Bohr interpretation. Now how mathematically we can calculate the value of this wave function and we can show the presence of these particles. So that can be shown by taking two values. One is the known as expectation value. By taking expectation values. What is expectation value? That value shows the presence of waves, or you can say that presence of matter waves within the given space. Within the given space means expectations value. What is this? These show expectation values are basically gives the real quantities, give us the real values which shows the presence of waves which are associated with the particles in the given space. Now how you can write out the expectation value of this x? So that is written like this. So these symbols represent the expectations value. So now expectation value of x means if we are writing in the one dimension only, so that can be written as psi star into x into psi into dx. Now the maximum value of this expectation value, that will be equals to 1 over here. So that means psi star x into psi into dx. That means along the x axis the particle must be present. So it must be there within the given space. So it shows the expectations value of x means along the given axis when particle is moving, when the particle is moving, wave is also associated with it. Wave, or you can say that the matter wave associated with it also present on the given axis. That means along the given axis when the particle is present or when it is moving along the given axis, the particle is present on the given axis, the wave associated with that particle is also present on that axis. So that is called expectation value of the position. That means by this expression the position of matter wave that is fixed. So we are able to fix the position of matter waves. Now next there comes expectation value of the momentum. We know that when the particle is moving, velocity associated with the particle is goes on changing. As its position changing, its velocity changes. So we know that momentum, that is product of mass into velocity. That can be written as m into dx by dt. So that can be written like this, dx by dt. So expectation value of the momentum, that can be written as from minus infinity to infinity, that is a psi star x into d psi by dx into dx. That will show like this, or you can see that that can be written as x into psi into dx. So this will show, this shows here the expectation value of the momentum. Means as the particle is moving, So this implies as the particle is moving, velocity of the particle is changed. If the velocity of the particle is changed, automatically momentum that will be changed. So the momentum associated with the particle within the given space, that can be given by this expression, or which is called the expectations value of the momentum over here. So that means we are able to explain the physical significance of this wave function in terms of probability density, which is the psi into psi star. So that is give us the probability density current by which we are able to find out the particle in the given space. So this is a psi into psi star. Next, with the expectations value of position and momentum, we are able to find out the particle within the given space. Means within the given space, if the particle is moving, then its position and momentum that must be there. Matter waves associated with the particle, that will be there. So now here I explained you the Born interpretation of the wave function and how with the expectations value of position and momentum we are able to calculate its position and velocity of the particle of the matter waves which are associated with the moving particles. Thank you. If you want to study this topic in detail, kindly refer this book by S. Chand Publishing. All the topics are given in quite details in the given book. Now the e-book link has been given in the description box. Now if you like the video, kindly like, share and subscribe this video, and also you can press the bell icon for the future notifications.
All rights reserved. This video has been prepared for educational purposes only. No part of it may be reproduced or copied without the permission of the copyright holder.